it is God's natural intention to love to talk to man. I was speaking with them in my house. I told them, I said, this one is a quite different revelation. I don't know if it's going to distract what I'm saying, but it's very important, you know. I was telling them, I said, God told me, I was studying, and God told me that the problem of Adam. So I asked him, I said, what did Adam do wrong? What was the offense? He said he took what? A tree. He took a fruit. Then, what was the name of the tree? How many of you know? The tree of knowledge of good. The tree was not evil. The tree wasn't evil. The tree is a tree that when you eat, it will make you know good and evil. This thing I'm telling you, I have never seen it in any book. It's nowhere. I'm almost very sure. Because it's an inspiration that came from God. Tree of knowledge of good and evil. This thing might be quite deep, but please just concentrate. You might be able to grab it. Knowledge of good and evil. So, the problem with the tree was that it made you conscious of evil. Adam was doing bad things before that, but he didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. So whatever Adam was doing, God never saw it. So God always, that was why even after eating the thing, God came again. God came again. God came again. I said, hey Adam, my guy, how far? Where are you there? He said, no, I did hide. He said, why are you hiding? If you are hiding, then you must have eaten this. Because the problem was not what you did, it's how you saw it. Have I not been seeing you naked before? Have I not been seeing? Did I complain about the nakedness? You were the one. He said, and now that you have been conscious, it will be hard for me to relate with you. You see, like I said, I am sure this is not in any book, because it was what God told me himself. That the tree wasn't. I used to think that the tree was tree of evil. The job of the tree was just to bring, and the devil didn't lie to him. You say you will know. So you want to know. So the problem for God is not what you did. That's why the Bible says, draw near to him and he will draw near to you. You are the one running away. There are righteousness of God in Christ Jesus that spoke in book. You don't like it, leave it. They kept affirming it. Because the job, do you know, the only person that benefits from you being guilty is the devil. You don't benefit, God does not benefit. It does not benefit God anything you being guilty. Who told you you are naked? No, you are the one that condemned yourself. The problem we have, there are many of us that God has even forgiven, we've not forgiven ourselves. So I said, everybody's saying. I was talking with somebody, man. Are you ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this? Okay. I was speaking with somebody. I said, do you believe the grace of God? He said, yes. You believe in the workings of the gospel? He said, yes. I said, so you believe that God will forgive you for whatever you have done, and you will make heaven. Say yes. Does this same grace, is this same grace available with homosexual? Or should God run by your dictates? I know you don't like them. I don't like them too. But you know the funny thing? God does not care about what I like. I can even stand on the pulpit and I say, I don't want them in my church. I don't want them. Yeah, that is what I said. But is that what God is saying? Let me tell you, God will forgive who you will be angry God forgive. Story of the prodigal son. I know we are the firstborn. You know the first son. You know the first son in the prodigal son. You know some of us, we have become first sons in certain things. See that girl. That girl na runs girl. She's runs girl. But you they do your own. The only thing you say, you know, they collect money. Maybe she's even smarter than you. There's what they call selective morality. You have decided to exempt the one you are comfortable with and now make big the one you have that you don't have weakness around. That's why in church it's very hard for us to tolerate people's weakness, because that one is not your weakness. Because you do not know. If wine, I'd rather make it. You don't know the way it is for the homosexual brother. You have not been there. And if he's asking God for forgiveness, I am telling you the truth that God will not care about what you think. God will forgive him. I know the church does not want to hear that. I say it again, I might not. I don't like it. It's not I might not. If you are homo, if you're near me, there is no man of God, I will beat you. It's not attack you. See, it's not. I am aggressive towards it. Listen to me, and that is why. But God started talking to me. God started talking to me because, and for me as a person, for example, I spot it easily. So because I spot it, I also have problem with accepting them as sons. Some of you don't understand what I'm saying, but me, I know what I'm saying. God said, did I forgive you? Yes. Did I forgive this one? Yes. Did I forgive this? Tell me why I cannot be. God, don't have a hormone now. Check in and wrap wine. Why you everywhere? God, I know this is. But you know, but God does not care. I am not the standard. Should I shock you? Can God use a brother that is lying? Can God use a brother named Chalo fornication? Follow me. You have to be responding. If not, I'll drop the mic. Why? Why? Because it's God. Can God use a brother that is homo? Somebody tell me. Yeah. Listen, do you know? Listen to me. We have to ask ourselves these questions and answer it. God is not man. He does not see as man. See, this thing I'm telling you was what God dealt. If you know the way I hate homosexuality, God had to preach this message to me himself. Because yes, I can exempt others. That man of God, did they lie? You know, it's God. The Lord will see him true. Then why can't God see a homosexual true? Some of them might not be comfortable doing those things. It might also be their own weakness. It will only take, because if the church does not have love for them, we can't win them all. Because you know, in churches we just created a seat for them and said these ones are gone. They are lost souls. Even as I'm talking to them, some of you are saying, God, if you try this thing. Some of you are saying, God, God, see, you they forgive things. No, be done near here. My brother, me and you, we think the same thing. Sincerely, I confess, I think the same way. I was thinking the same way. That God, I know you like forgiving, but please, leave leave that now. But you say, Lord, forgive me. You know I'm your son. You know I will do it. I will not do it. Oh Lord, oh and others. So we demonize the people we should show love. Bring them, put them on the altar, castigate them, kill them, as though they are the only ones that have sinned. They just sinned differently. It's true. It might even be their only sin. Some of them might be better than you. Someone that was a homosexual met me. Let me tell you how the Lord started. He met me and said he wanted me to mentor him. I just went back and I said, God, I want to tell you how the thing started. I said, God, be careful. I said, what? Follow what I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying. I said, God, what? As in, yeah? Somebody do it like this. I said, what? I was so furious. So bitter against him and against God that brought him. But he wanted to be better. I didn't want to give him opportunity. I didn't want to give him space. Say what? If I beat you down, what will you say? Then what will people say? Well, if people find out that he does this kind of, what will people say? That Pastor Francis is the one that is mentoring. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations. Nations here does not mean countries. It means demographies. Therefore, go and make disciples of all homosexuals. Go and make disciples of all businessmen. Go and make disciples of all youths. Go and make disciples of all medical people. It's a medical nation. It's a legal nation. There's an academic nation. That is why if you don't speak their language, how do you know a nation? Language. If me and Pastor Buchi start talking now, you will know that we are not in the same country. Yes. You can come out now and pretend and say, I am a medical person. Lie. It's not, you can't pretend. You can't. I asked one day, where did you train? He didn't understand what training meant. Because he thought I was going to ask him, where did you school? We don't school, us we train. So the problem started from the first thing, A, B, C, D. You didn't know it. And if they ask you, where did you train? You won't say, me now, you won't say EBSU. If you say EBSU, you that here, because us, we don't train in the university. We train in the hospital. You will say EBSU. But you say university teaching hospital. That's where I train. You see, this is just in, first of all, identifying yourself. That's why it's a nation. When military people see and they say Espro de Corps, is their nation. They have their own language. So there is a language you speak. There is a nation you belong to. It's your job to disciple them. The people that understand what you speak. If Pius decides to disciple people that are into building, POP person, tiler, painter, all those, they will understand themselves. Not now. You come to a place where the medical people, you say you are their disciple, they won't listen to you. What you be hearing, you don't understand. They'll be telling you don't understand, and truly you do not understand. You go to disciple lawyers, they're telling you, I put it. You yourself, you are confused. So why did I say that? Jesus came and died. The death was to restore us back to our original place. And after restoring it, now, because he cannot in the body reach everywhere, he now went up, gave us the Holy Spirit, and now told us, go ye therefore into all nations and make disciples. Go and tell them that there is salvation in Jesus. Go and tell them that their life can turn around by encountering Jesus. That is what discipleship is. Bring them into the fold. There is prosperity here. There is blessings here. There is increase here. There is advancement here. Go out. And the Bible said that after you have lived your life here, that is the basis for your reward. That is the basis. Not just charity. Because some people say that, I'll be giving my own to motherless babies. No! If you are saved to save others. If someone invited you to discipleship class today, you are very lucky and privileged, because the person has given you the opportunity to do what? To embrace God for what it is. Majority of the things you see that we run as churches are not churches. They are spiritual homes. Mix this one, do this one. Because people are hungry for unnecessary manifestations. God is not a magician. He told them, he said, when you seek me first, every other thing you're asking will follow. But we choose to seek the every other thing that is the addition, and now leave the major thing. What is that thing that will stop you from being a disciple? From following Jesus? You have tried other things. Why not try this one? You have been too busy doing your own things. Why not be busy do the kingdom one? Speaking to someone yesterday, and I told him, I said, you know, God called you. The hand of the Lord is upon you. Now you are calling me to ask me for 10,000. The Lord didn't call you today. The Lord called you 2010. You said, let you go and make money. 13 years later, you are calling me to ask me for 10,000. Are you wise? I asked him. I said, are you wise? I said, I will give you the 10,000 because of the common call upon our lives. You pursued other things. The one that will be the worst thing now is that you will be poor here on earth and now be poor in heaven. It would have even been better that you were poor doing God's will, so that you will live abundantly in heaven, than you were poor pursuing your own will and had no account in heaven. When you present to God, what will you tell him? I work in Umuka. He said your works will be tried with fire. Isaac, what will happen? None will stand. The one that will stand is even the one soul that you have refused to do everything to bring. Because it is your responsibility to teach. The Bible said, watch him until Christ is formed in him. If she invited you, it's because she loves you and she wants Christ to be formed in you. She might not have all the right words to do it, and that is why she says, come to discipleship class. As you keep learning this thing, Christ is formed in you. Like I told the one that called me yesterday, I told him, I said, you know the funny thing? When you come back here, you are going to when you come back, you are going to start afresh to take the first step you would have taken 30 years ago. The person I'm talking about was my PA, holding my Bible before I became a pastor. As I told you. You say, no, sir. There is money in transport company. Say 13 years. What have you shown? You had 3 cars there now. Now you have none. I told him, I said, if you know any drastic, and the person is still playing church, going to a place where you know that nothing is being, because let me tell you, the church you attend is very important. You say teaching them. So you must be in a place where you are taught. How do men of God? Somebody took the scripture and said, listen to me. You know, I am not a pastor. I am not a teacher. I am a prophet. You have no business on the pulpit. Teaching them to observe. Anybody that says he cannot teach should not be on the pulpit. You should sit down and listen till you learn and learn how to teach. Prophets does not lead the church. There's pastors and teachers. And I give them pastors after my own heart. It's pastors and teachers. Every other gift in the scripture, every other spiritual gift is subjected under the pastor. So as we are ministering, the prophet prophesies, the evangelist goes out. But to open and discern and to divide and rightly divide the word of truth, it is the job of the pastor and teacher. Why? Because it takes teaching to disciple nations. Takes teaching. And if it takes teaching, then there must be a gathering. Sir, what are you saying? I am saying that the thing you are learning here is more important than that your main market. These ones have eternal value. In your shop, common main market fire burns it. How much more the fire of God that is used to purify, to check, to weigh standards.